been Major Mohammad Ali Shah also joining us on the broadcast. Major Shah, now another big question that is being posed as a consequence of this, which will mainly affect the work culture, because there are a lot of immigrants who come from other countries, including India, who go to these European countries, especially France and Germany, to work there. And when they see protests like this happening, when they see people, in fact locals over there protesting against the labour laws, against the payment that is being given, and lack of raises for at this point in Germany, of course, it's only transport workers. But then again, it still raises the question of uncertainty, like Sanjeev Srivastava mentioned, that immigrants will also have before they move there to study or work.
Absolutely, Aarti. You know, though it is just the transport workers, but imagine how crippled life can get without transport. The airports, the buses, the train stations across Germany, they are at standstill. Now, when we have such a thing, when we have heavy rains, for example, in Delhi or Mumbai, and Mumbai, the local trains get blocked. There is water in the tracks and it's choked. What happens? I mean, people cannot reach their work, the life gets on a standstill. Same thing happens in Delhi. Imagine the metro system, the public transport going off completely, the airlines going off. Everything is going to come on a standstill. So yes, these protests have really hampered and they have affected the entire country. But I would say again, let's see, protesting is fine. I have nothing against protesting. As long as it is peaceful, it doesn't harm anyone, it doesn't affect anyone, and you put the point of contention before whoever you're protesting, before the government. In France, what's happening? Macron said, okay, the age of retirement would be from 62 to 64, and he brought in a change in the pension clauses, and he used the Article 49, in fact, of the French Constitution, which he uses special powers instead of getting a public vote from the parliament. And he uses this special power. The opposition reacted straight away, and it was opposed. And later on, through a majoritarian vote and through a no confidence motion and through everything else, he did end up winning it. That's a different thing altogether. But the very fact is, even though things were ruled in his favor eventually, will the awam, will the population, will the common man of these countries, especially France and Germany, be able to accept it? That is the point. And France and Germany, mind you, there are two countries who used to be bitter enemies in the past. On the eve of the World War, they played a friendly football match at the no man's land. And the next morning, they were back to firing at each other, but they were the court of inquiry on the officer as well, who organized a friendly football match. But later on, these two countries became friends, and today they are booming in economy. And until now, when the protests over Europe has happened, now Germany was very dependent on Russia for oil before 24th February 2022, before the Russia-Ukraine war happened. And now, since Germany was really affected, has been affected greatly for oil as well, because the oil has stopped, the supply of oil has stopped from Russia. Now, the very fact is, the new laws brought into Europe, will the public be acceptable to that? I think the answer to that, Aarti, I would say in one word, that would be communication. If the channels of communication are open between the government and the people who are protesting, I think a lot can be solved then, and a lot can be made easier for the general public of Europe, in fact, Aarti.
Right.